I don't mean this in a bad or a negative way, but this is the kind of album that makes me feel like I should be in a neon city doing some kind of drug. This is some Cyberpunk 2077 shit, and I'm all for it. Welcome to Ray Runner Does Music, where today we're checking out Neon Trees and their newest album, I Can Feel You Forgetting Me. This is a commission review from my friend Anna that I've been meaning to do for a long time, but just like any project with YouTube, bad things happened, I got sidetracked, bad things happened again, and it became a mess, but here we are now. I was very excited when she gave me this review request because this is a band I wanted to check out for the longest time. Obviously, I've heard some of their big songs, but I never really got the chance to sit down with the full album and say, hey, let's give it a full go. So this was a chance for me to not only do that, but also do a favor for a friend at the same time. So good thing coming in hand. This album is supposedly decidedly more grounded and less loud than previous material that relied on a lot of apparently token pop psychology. I haven't really had the time to do a deep dive on the old music, so I'm still kind of ignorant, admittedly. But I think this approach that they take on this album works wonders within the pop genre. Again, while I can't say I have a fully critical opinion of their past work in line with what I would have for other artists, I can say with confidence, I gave a fair stab at things with this review, so let's dive in with a drink in hand. Drink being a very empty Ghost Orange Cream. Seriously, this shit is fucking fantastic. Go to a GNC or something, get this. This is fucking great. It's an energy drink, so warning there, but if you fuck with energy drinks, good shit. Not sponsored. I wish I was. It's like a fucking cream soda. I love it. Zero sugar. Let's jump in with one of my personal favorite songs being When the Night Is Over. One of the many songs on this album that tackles the in the heat of the moment vibes of relationships and being close to somebody in expert fashion. In fact, a bulk of the topics explored on this album consist of looking at the blatant, sometimes awkward, sometimes shocking aspects of availability to others, self-care, and just relationships in general, whether those be with friends or lovers, whether it's in a digital or literal sense. And oftentimes people think they're entitled to the company of someone, both either again physically, in text form. They think they're entitled to the feelings of another person. And songs like this tackle the unknowing obsession someone can easily be put under the influence of. The person the song is about is constantly asking the other, don't you need somebody? Come on. You need someone. Don't you want to feel somebody? Don't you want to be here with me? Even going as far to call the other person their karma police. And that leads vaguely into more broadly explored themes on other tracks here. I know I was pretty quick with that one, but this is some quick jump in and out music here, and I'm trying to give you a similar experience within this review that you would get listening to the album. Top into another song, a song that sees more realization to the situation around them, and Everything Is Killing Me. The song is looking at what you're putting yourself through when it comes to connections and other people, and taking a step back to kind of acknowledge the confusion within it all. Kind of look back and think to yourself, damn, I live like this? I live like this? I especially like this line that comes pretty early in the song. It says, I know my internet friends don't make sense in the end. I can't even hold their hand. When often you got me blocked. There's more. I think I'm calling the cops. I should probably throw my phone away. Sometimes in this constantly changing online environment, we overstep our boundaries or say things that we either didn't mean or shouldn't have meant. And it was, again, a heat in the moment exchange happening. Maybe we even thought that previously this was something that was okay, and you thought the same thing here in the moment. And then in one instant, not constant moment, your perspective on someone can change as a result of their actions, and just like that, you're blocked. You're just left alone in a room. They leave you there. You're just left by yourself. In the chorus, singer Tyler Glenn focuses on that fact, and the fact that he can see and feel the bad vibes, and you should probably just live instead of focusing on the shitty stuff. Just live, vibe, have a good time. Because sometimes shit just doesn't work out. I mean, take me for example. Shit doesn't work out. My old laptop broke and I had to buy a new one off my roommate. Shit doesn't work out. Shit happens. It's as much a song about saying fuck it, do your own thing, as well as it is about realizing that, again, physical, internet relationships, they can sometimes switch up on the fly, and it's a sentiment you can obviously apply to really any situation. Maybe you have a situation yourself where you said something or did something, and all of a sudden you just kind of got the Sims minus relationship thing, and you're just like, oh, that shouldn't have happened. For an album with an overall enjoyable and easy to dance to song, there's some heavy topics addressed here, such as in another personal favorite track, Living Single. That's something I've been doing for 5 years. I'm sad. And while I feel the vocal delivery and overall cadence from Tyler fits the tone of the story, and especially the lyricism being put on here, I think this song is an example of where Neon Trees can kind of fall short and rely on old tricks to sort of supplement the story behind it. I found a lot of structural and instrumental elements that were very similar to another song, that song being Everything Is Killing Me, and while I think the setup fits Living Single better and keeps the song within relative critical safety, especially with coming first in the track list before the other one. It's worth noting that it only really works the first time around. It only really works when you hear it for the first time, and you hear it for the second time, and it's like, hey, playing it straight, what the fuck? This was just here. Risking a very similar attack on the very next track is certainly a risk, and this risk just didn't pay off, unfortunately. This isn't to say that Neon Trees is just constantly recycling sounds over and over. There are plenty of fresh things to dive into and melt into here on the album. Look at the absolutely infectious guitar and percussion moments in the standout Holy Ghost. This is one of the songs on the album that lives up to the label of the band being, well, you know, a full fucking band, an actual full project. Some songs take the pop side of their indie pop label to extreme and seem to rely on repetitiveness, repetition, minimalism, but it's nice to hear other members of the outfit like Chris Allen, Elaine Bradley get some spotlight time. On the flip side, this album feels largely devoid of any contribution from the bassist Brandon Campbell. Boy howdy do I love mentioning bass on this channel. I tried every trick available to me outside of directly isolating individual sections of the instrumentals, but honestly I couldn't find any hints of bass at all. Everybody else is doing great. Poor Brandon, he's getting canceled out. While the focus of a pop album is usually front and center on the vocalist rather than the whole picture, Neon Trees seems to go out of their way on this LP to deliver a full experience and one that feels like it's taking inspiration and pieces from every member present. Sometimes you can't really tell, but for the most part, it's a general well-intentioned. You can take most any track on here and find enjoyable backing, such as Skeleton Boy, New Best Friend, and in addition to that, there's a not too loud, not too quiet, just right within this genre of vocals, again coming from Tyler. Things are kept at a steady pace, they don't hold back, but they don't overstep their boundaries, and that's the best thing that a pop band or a pop artist can do. This is the type of release to bring in intrigue for someone like me who doesn't listen to a band like this too often, or at all really. Knowing that this sound is distinct and different from their overall take on their usual sound, and that it can stand this strongly on its own, makes you want to listen to the rest of their material. So being someone new to the project, being someone new to the band overall, this is a perfect introduction album, and I recommend this as an introduction album for anybody else thinking about getting into this band or giving them a fair listen. But to the end here, for the reasons I've talked about just now, the reasons I've talked about all throughout the review, I Can Feel You Forgetting Me by Neon Trees gets a score of 7.6 out of 10. That's my review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you can, please give this review some love. This is my third review and fifth video I've recorded in the last hour and a half, 2 hours. My throat hurts like a bitch. It hurts to exist, so any support really means the world to me. But overall, I'm hoping you're having a great day. I hope you're staying hydrated, and I hope you have a great day the rest of the day. See ya.